In this video, I'll share with you ICT's most effective New York OTE strategy known as the Optimal Trade Entry System. This consists of 3 simple steps, and if you follow the rules I'm about to share with you, you will succeed in your trading, guaranteed. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a 7-figure funded day trader, trading for the last 3 years, and I've made over $100,000 in payouts, and I've helped hundreds of other students just like yourself pass their challenges, get funded, and start consistently getting paid. So if you want to be just like them, make sure you listen up and watch to the end of this video. So you can see right here, I have a beautiful model already marked up, and I'm going to go ahead through these rules right here. The best pairs this system works on is GBP USD, Euro USD, and AUD USD, right? Before we go into the actual intricate details of the system, let me walk you through the actual timeframes. Now, we're going to be looking at the 1 hour for the structure, then the 5 and 15 minute for the entry. This is going to be occurring. There's no specific set time for this. Again, I want to emphasize this is a very nice intraday/swing trading approach for those of you traders who want to be taking trades on the same day and getting out on the same day, or even a couple days time if you're looking to hold your position longer, because the returns on this move on this type of trade system right here very, very high, right? So we're going to be looking at it from 1 p.m., which is New York open, for the next 2 hours for a potential entry, right? And then again for New York traders, that's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So going into this model right here, if you haven't watched my previous video, the power of 3, you'll notice that this is very simple. Make sure you go and watch that, because this is actually will outline the basis of this video right here. So as you can see from this diagram right here, it's a very simple system and it occurs very frequently. You can see right here, the Asian session is responsible for the buildup of liquidity. Where there is low volume, there's always liquidity and orders being built up on both ends, right? So with that being said, the Asian session, we're going to be looking for that to create some liquidity. We're going to wait for London session to actually open up and liquidate these previous orders right here, these highs for this obviously sell model right here. We're going to look for these previous highs getting taken out, and then in that same move again after that, we want to see London session continue the momentum into the downside, breaking levels of structure. Once it's successfully done that, we then will look for a retracement into a PD array like an FVG or an order block or anything on the left which we can use as a reference point, and this will be primarily on the 61%, 70.5 or the 79% Fibonacci levels, right? So it looks something like this. If I just go ahead and draw it out from the last break of structure, we'll trace it down to the low, and as you can see right here, the market's coming to like the 79%, and what we'd look for primarily is some sort of a PD array like an order block, FVG, anything like that to the left of it to back our confluence up and strengthen it. Once we've found that, we then will go ahead and put our stop loss above the previous high, and we'll put our take profit initially at this low right here, and then the second take profit on the minus 27 level. For these type of systems, for these type of trades, I will go ahead and risk anywhere between 1.5 to 2%, because the probability of these trades are very, very strong, especially with the confluences and these steps. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the first example. If you want me to pass your prop firm challenge, or you want to get funded with 100% guarantee, then this automated trading bot fast passing service is for you. Most people spend around $7,000 over 3 months before they reach their first ever funded account. But with this bot, you can actually avoid the waste of time, the money, and the stress by letting it pass the challenge for you with a 100% guarantee. If we fail the challenge, you'll actually get a full refund. So get onto this while it's still available. The demand is extremely high and the group is growing at an extremely fast rate. Click the link in the description to get funded and change your life today, and do not waste time. With that being said, let's get straight back to the video. So jumping into our first example, you can see here the trend is primarily bearish. I don't really need the 1 hour to tell me that. You can already see from there yourself, and you can see the 3 stages sort of pretty much already playing out. So what we have here on the left is the Asian session building up the liquidity. We then have the manipulation during London session. Then we have the distribution right over here. Okay. So with that being said, right now, all I'm going to do is jump down to the 5-minute time frame, look for any type of confluences, any types of areas of interest where I can expect the market to retrace into, and automatically I can see this massive area of fair value between this area here and pretty much that area right there. Again, that was actually pretty much on the 15-minute time frame as well. If I just reduce that from this first candle right here, second, and then that third candle, bringing it up into this area here. So what we can see again is this order block resting right around my FVG. So all I'll simply do right here is go for a Fibonacci trade from this high to this low, look for which Fibonacci area this is resting around. So right here, the FVG is around the 70.5. For a little bit of a higher risk reward, you can go for 79, but personally, I like to enter quickly on these trades. So as long as I'm in around these discounted areas, I prefer it. So you can see here the 5-minute time frame giving us again that extra bit of confluence with the FVG right there. So I'm just going to stick to the 15-minute right here, go ahead and put my entry along the 70.5, and again put my stop loss above this previous high, take profit right around this low right here for a simple 1 to 2 risk to reward. And I will, like I said, risk anywhere between a 1.5 to 2% risk on this type of trade. So let's see how this plays out. Again, this is now New York session has opened, London session just finished right around there. Sorry, just continued with the expansion, stopped the expansion right there, continued, and you can see the market coming right into our entry point right here. And again, for our second take profit, we can look to target the -27 level as well for a 1 to 3. So let's see how this plays out. Beautiful reaction from this area. And amazing take profit smashed just like that, right? Again, you can see in the 5-minute time frame, market came right into our FEG, closed right within it. Okay, had a nice rejection from this area and then pushed right down to the downside again, right? Again, it did have a little bit of rejection from this area of interest. This take profit 1, you could have taken partials here, move your stop loss to break even or some sort of profit, and then continue to trail this much further. You guys saw the power of that one move right there. So again, this is a simple system, 3-step plan, and again, you can see the market even continuing into the New York session for a potential 1 to 4 risk reward, right? And these can really trail on, and that's the beauty of trading with these high time frames and catching these long-term trends. So with that being said, let's go into the second example. So moving on to our second example, you can see again we're on Euro USD, 15-minute time frame for our potential entries. Again, the market structure already does look like it's come from a bearish standpoint, but if we go to the 1 hour time frame, you can see again the overall trend being super bullish. And what I'm looking at here is this main section of data right here. And yes, we have come from a downside movement, but if at the worst case scenario, if this is a bearish move, I would expect the market to retrace into these discounted areas up top. So we can be looking for a potential counter trend trade back to the upside for the long-term potential bearish move. So you can see here again, we have the 3 stages potentially playing out already. We have the accumulation build-up right here. We have the manipulation to the downside during London session specifically. This is a session indicator. If you guys want to know what this one is, make sure you drop it in the comments down below and I'll link it in there for you guys directly. So you can see right here the accumulation phase, manipulation phase occurring during London session, then the distribution occurring same time during that London session as well, taking out these highs right here. So simple accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now what we're going to look for some sort of retracement to go back to the upside. And now what I'm going to look for on the 15-minute time frame is a simple PD array, and I can automatically see just straight off the bat right here an area of interest. Now why am I not going to go for this area up here? Well, because this isn't in my area of a premium discounted area, right? I'm not going to look for it's not as cheap right here. Okay, this is a very retail area where a lot of people will be looking for simple break and retest trades off, but for us, we're going to be one step ahead and actually look for a little area just below that, and then we can automatically see this FEG right there. I'll draw my Fibonacci up like this, and I can see that the market is resting around my 61%. Now, although the FEG is a little bit above that, I still will follow my plan and enter on the 61%, put my stop loss below this low, and then target these potential highs right here. And then even for take profit 2, I will then go ahead and look at the -27 level and then potentially continue to trail it after that point right there. Okay, so with that being said, let's see how this trade plays out. You can see the market comes straight into our area of interest very, very quickly. It actually skims our FPG right here, and you can see again it just has come back down. Okay, beautifully tagged us in very, very nicely with a sniper entry on that 61%. And you can see here this will be potentially probably a bit of a longer hold, to be completely honest. But you can see here New York Tokyo session now again, bringing in that volume actually for once, whilst New York actually didn't do it. Let's go to the 50-minute time frame, and again you can see the market really just giving us that really solid push in momentum, right? And again, like I said, you can look to trail these areas very, very nicely. With that push now in London session, I would very happily look to continue to trail the stop loss as long as this low, for example, isn't broken, right? So let's see how this goes. Again, beautiful higher low potentially into that 61% and really, really taking off. Again, like I said, this is a very, very simple strategy. It doesn't require much intricate details. It's simply looking at sessions, looking at movement, looking at the overall trend, and then looking for that discounted PD array potential area where you can enter off, put your stop loss safely below this area. And like I said, because of that simplicity, you can now have something that's a repeatable process, right? And again, when that's repeatable, you can go ahead and have more confidence on it by risking a little bit more. Imagine you risk 2% on this trade right here on your 6R gain, or after holding it for around, let's have a look, probably over a day's time, you now made yourself 12% gain on a funded account, on a 200k account. That's around $24,000, right? This is how you start hitting leaderboards. This is how you start hitting higher payouts, right? And consistency at the end of the day. Remember, guys, this is a simple process. And like I said, if you want more videos specifically on this type of system or any more videos in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. I don't want to make this video overcomplicated. I want to keep it as simple as possible because it's my job here at ICT Easy to keep them simple. But with that being said, if you have any more questions, any more videos, any more suggestions, any more strategies you want me to go over and concepts, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to follow me in the socials. And again, if you want your challenge to pass with a full 100% guarantee, or we give you every single penny back, make sure you click that link in the description down below. And with that being said, that's it from me. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace. For those of you who are serious about becoming full-time day traders and actually changing your life, the Ad Trading Academy is currently open for enrollment and prices will be increasing very shortly. You can see here that this is a one-time payment that will give you lifetime access to my full course, an A to Z course, whether you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate, or if you're advanced. This is the perfect place to be to level up your trading and gain that consistency in your edge. You can see here you'll get access to all my webinars, my pre-recorded webinars. This also includes live trades, which I've broken down here in the actual curriculum. The Discord community full of like-minded individuals, a great community of members to have around you, my own shared trade ideas, and 24/7 full support. The links for this will be in the description down below. You can see the Academy curriculum right here of everything that we're going to be breaking down, including my old current breakdowns, as well as that the price and the lessons as well. Remember, the pricing will be increasing very shortly because I want to focus all my attention on the current batch of students. And again, guys, it's currently open for a limited time. The Discord community here shows you guys exactly, as you can see, the results from our members, consistent withdrawals from our community, from our members, from our students. Again, you won't find this anywhere else. It's all about learning, applying, getting paid, and getting funded, right? People are getting there, passing the challenges, getting funded and getting paid, and that's the aim, and their consistent results are speaking for themselves, right? So go ahead, guys, take advantage of the opportunity, be a part of my inner circle and level up your trading for the better and become a full-time day trader with the help of the Ad Trading Academy.